Welcome to the 26th ever episode of the Jack and Graham Coffee Hour Iced Coffee.
There we go.
Something like that.
Iced Coffee Hour.
Thus far, the podcast has generated $14,900, which Graham actually blew on a brand new iced out chain last night at the mall. So, starting back from
They
scratch.
weren't supposed to know.
Gotta do me dirty like
They
that.
weren't supposed to know.
First thing he showed me when I came in here, flexed on me.
That's my thank you to everyone who watches the ads on the video.
Mm-hmm.
I spent it on chains.
Straight to the Gucci store.
No.
The real Graham exposed, confronting Grahamstephan.
But really quick, we have a word from our sponsor, Vessi. A little while ago, Vessi reached out to me to sponsor the channel. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical at first. Well, ever since I started wearing them, I have not stopped. Vessi makes 100% waterproof and snowproof shoes. So in a pinch, I know that I can count on my Vessis to keep my feet dry. Being waterproof is cool and all, especially since we're coming into the rainy season, but I'm gonna be honest, I just love how comfortable and stylish these shoes are. I feel confident wearing my Vessis in any occasion. In fact, recently I was with a dear friend of mine, and I thought I looked so cool, I asked him to take a picture of me. Check this out. But wait, that's not all. Vessi also contributes to the environment because they're vegan and sustainably made. They are truly an everyday sneaker. And at the end of the day, there's nothing like throwing my Vessis in the washer to keep my shoes clean and me looking cool. They have an incredible early Black Friday sale, so grab yourself a pair for the rainy season and you can thank me later. And if you missed the Black Friday sale, go to vessi.com/icedcoffee to get $25 off your new pair of shoes. That is vessi.com/icedcoffee. And with that said, back to the podcast.
Yeah, this is the 26th ever episode. Do you know what that is, guys? Do you know what that's half a year.
Wait, has it really been half a year? Oh, wow.
What's the statistics?
It's 6 months.
Usually people don't make it past their 10th or what? I feel like there's a statistic about that.
Oh, and about YouTube and postings?
Podcast specifically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think we've beat the statistics.
Well, there we go. Whatever we do, though, we got to do it best. We got to
better.
dominate it. We're going to be the best, guys.
And this is all because of you guys.
Yeah. So thank you so much. And as an appreciation, I'm just going to remind you guys to destroy the like button.
And also as an appreciation, we brought on one of the most coveted guests on the
gotta talk
podcast.
about
We
this
have
one.
to talk about so much with you. Biaheza, Vlad. First off, let's give an introduction. So you have approximately 600,000 subscribers on YouTube?
620.
And you make YouTube videos about e-commerce and about options trading.
Yeah.
And about stock market investing.
Yeah, I basically just combined business with entertainment, but e-commerce was the first thing I kind of started doing, and then from that I spread on to trying out other businesses. So
Yeah. You make some really good videos, by the way.
Wow, thank
These
you.
are the
Likewise.
videos that take a week to produce. You only post once a week. You make sure it's a really good banger. Post it out there. They do well. It's really entertaining. I watch almost all of them. And I know
you
you
just
always post
saying
those
that?
Fridays. No, I'm being serious.
Okay, wow.
And
thank you.
but beyond that, you also have over $1 million portfolio at 19 years old.
Which we just went over. You can check out my channel. Made a video
Everyone
on that.
subscribe to Biaheza.
Yeah.
Please.
Everyone subscribe to him right now. Get him to 600,000.
I'm already there. 700.
Get him to 700,000, everybody.
There you go.
But
And,
yeah.
yeah.
But it's impressive. So over $1.1 million worth of assets, 19 years old, the nets. You got a net worth of 900 and something $1,000. You're almost at $1 million.
I wouldn't say. Well, that's just my investments.
What's non-investment assets?
Well, I'm saving
Car?
up some money for a new. Well, I don't. That's a liability though, right? So I can't count that.
No, not necessarily. I count the car as equity.
Okay, then it's probably closer to let's say 1.5, 1.6.
Wait, how do you
Where's
go?
this extra money coming
Yeah. What is this?
I have some money right now sitting on the sidelines for a new rental property. So I have that. I'm just waiting for my tax returns to come in. Not come in, but file my taxes. So I have the 2 years of employment on there. And then I'm going in on a new rental property. So I have...
Why did you not show your... Here's the thing, guys. We went over his whole investment portfolio, and it was $1.1 million with a $200-something-thousand mortgage on that. So the net's about 900. Why don't you include cash in that position? I included cash.
I don't know. It's like showing your bank accounts, though. I don't know. I should have.
Yes. It's not showing bank accounts. I'll believe you. You could show me here. You could show me here, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll confirm without
Confirm?
revealing any detail. How much cash do you have?
I have around Well, I have to pay tax on some of it.
Okay.
I'm doing quarterly, so not all of it, but
Sure.
probably around like 200-300K that's on the sidelines,
So you passed $1 million net worth at 19.
basically.
At 19.
That's so much,
Basically,
dude.
yeah.
Like
Jeez.
the fact that you're 19
yeah.
and I'm 22.
Hey, everyone's
Good
on their
you.
own timeline.
No, but good on
Wow.
you. Bravo, because I did not expect you to be doing so well. I thought you were doing really well. But that's incredible.
I didn't know either. That's why I'm honestly shocked. And by the way, we go to extremes on the podcast not to talk about any of this stuff before everything is recording. I kid you not. He came here a little early. We're posting my video, and like half the things I wanted to talk about, I'm like, no, we got to do it on the podcast. We can't talk about that.
So many questions
yeah.
and so many answers.
Let's just start from the beginning. How did you do that?
Well, it goes back to middle school, like 6th, 7th grade.
Okay.
I started making Instagram theme pages. Are you guys familiar with those? Mm-hmm. Instagram theme. Yeah. So, I mean, for the people who aren't, you just build pages in a particular niche, repost content on them on Instagram, credit the people whose content you repost, and then you grow the page. So I started selling ads on those in like high school, and eventually noticed that all of the people who were hitting me up were doing something called drop shipping. So you guys don't have to know what drop shipping is. Yeah.
Right.
So it's basically a form of e-commerce where you're just the middleman. For the people that don't know, but I noticed that that's what they were doing. So I started doing that for myself, and I launched some ads on my own pages, and those ads just did extremely well because I kind of saw what everyone was sending me to post on my Instagram pages. So I kind of was indirectly in the e-commerce space for a while. But then once I actually tried it out, ended up doing pretty well with it, and then used that money to get into Facebook ads. And that's what really did it for me. And then along the journey, I started doing YouTube and documenting everything. So it's kind of
Okay, so Instagram. How much money were you making from Instagram, and how big were those accounts?
Total followers, probably like in the millions. Well, not probably, in the millions. And then I had a month that I made $500 in 2018 with those pages, then $1,500, then $2,000. But at that point, I was like a full-time college student. I was working 2 other jobs, and running these pages sucks because you constantly got to be in the DMs.
Yeah.
You got to people flake on you, try to scam you, all kinds of sus things going on. So I was like, I'm willing to take a pay cut on these pages and start dropshipping on them just so I wouldn't have to deal with all those DMs. So I was expecting to make like around $500 when I transferred from selling ads on those to dropshipping, but I launched some ads and they did like incredibly well. I can actually pull up the Shopify numbers if you guys want to.
Let's see 'em.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's see him.
It'll do better for the timeline.
Yeah.
Could you like screen record it or something? Or
Yeah,
screen
sure.
share?
Yeah, let's do that. So you obviously then dropped out of college, right?
Hold on.
All right, we're getting there. I'm jumping ahead too much.
Let me take you through my thought process here.
Let's
Let
see.
me head into the analytics, shut down because of COVID, but
So we're going back to 2018 in the calendar, right when he started selling his own items on his theme pages.
well, this was my second attempt though. I tried like drop shipping around 6 months before this, but I kind of broke even. So this is my first month of like successfully doing it.
Okay. So
Ended
total,
up-
so 33,000. What's the profit?
That's the thing. Because I was posting on my own pages mainly, it was like 20 grand.
Wow. Okay, so total sales $33,000. 20,000 of that was profit.
Yeah, and you gotta understand,
Wow.
like, I can say I come from the trenches and like be honest about it. Like we're talking immigrant family of 6 moving to the US, like small 2-bedroom apartment in the rough side of town. So this 20K, that was I don't think I even knew anybody with a net worth of 20K. So this was like a crazy amount of money. But because I actually was watching your videos at the time and like other finance channels and reading finance books, I wasn't stupid with the money and actually ended up saving it. And I mean, this spike in income, like that, I figured there's no way that was sustainable. So I actually saved all this money because I figured I'm going to have to pay for college now. Because at the time I was low income family. So I was on going through FAFSA. But now I was like, okay, I'm going to need to spend money on college.
Yeah.
But then let's go to October. And then it started declining there. Had a good Black Friday thing in November. 2K.
Ooh. So on 50, I'm guessing probably 35 of that then is profit.
Yeah, around 30. Because at this point, I kind of dried up my pages. So I had to start paying other people.
What do you mean you dried up your pages?
I mean, you can't just post 100 ads a day on your pages, you know?
Yeah. Couldn't you vary it? Just like offer one day, offer like dog treats. The next day,
It is the same audience and the same product, though, right? So
Yeah, it's your pages are in a niche.
Yeah.
And it's like finding a winning product is one of the hardest parts. So
I see.
You can't really. Yeah.
could you say what that product was and what your page was? Or is that course material?
Do you still have the page?
That's course material. I have all of the pages. I actually have someone I know running it, and they're just selling ads on those. So they're still
How much do they make now?
probably still around like 2K. I could show you the pages just for verification purposes.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, we get to around January or no, February. That's when things really started drying up with Instagram. So I ended up only doing like 13 grand.
Okay.
So this one I was like, good call, didn't drop out of college. Okay. But then next month, this is when I found a new product, just dropped it on the same exact store and started running Facebook ads on it. And thing is with Facebook ads, you can get more revenue and scale a lot quicker, but the profit margins are going to be lower.
Okay.
So if we go that first month,
Okay.
talking 66K, next month,
What's the profit on that?
probably like 30, maybe even 25.
So
But
you're still in college while doing this.
yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. So this was the first 6-figure revenue month.
Yeah.
But then craziest thing, next month, first
Oh, damn. Okay, I'll do that in a sec.
6-figure profit.
Wow. And that's for what? May. What? Can you tell us what what that product was?
Oh no, because
How about if we bleep it? We'll bleep
We'll
it.
bleep
We'll
it.
bleep it.
We'll bleep it.
You're still selling this product?
this first one I'm going to show you that was my first one that popped off. The second one, I still might actually sell it because it's been doing well for me consistently. Okay, so this was the first product that really popped off right here. Got it? It's like, have you
I
seen
wouldn't have
those?
thought of that. I've never seen it before.
But wait till you see the second product.
All right. So, okay, so I'm just going to say the first product is something I haven't seen it before, but it's unique, niche. I see how it could do well. How's that? Could I say that?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
broad enough.
All right, broad
Can I
enough.
guess? Can I guess? Is it the
No, that's the
No.
acai berry crap that they used to sell. Let's see. Wait, what?
No.
Wait a second.
way.
Wait a second. Wait. Whoa! I can't believe. Wait. Let me finish the video, man.
That was it. That's all you get.
No, I want to see more.
was-
Let me see it. No, nobody knows what it is. They're just gonna see my reaction. Let me
Okay.
hold this. Look at that. That is insane. Wait. Let me look at this again. This is
I
like,
feel bad for the people at home. They're all-
wow. No, it's. Dude, we could easily be worth like 20 million if we just
That's
invented
why I
that.
didn't want to tell
And
you.
it's so.
So you want to white label that?
I'm thinking about it, yeah. Because even before the run, like I was pulling numbers with this. So,
Guys, I would never expect it.
You gotta
That's-
sign up for his course because you'll get
Wait,
products.
Exactly.
What do you mean? Well, I don't want to make it seem like now we're pitching the program, but explain this. Wait. So you tell people if they buy your program, then you explain it?
well, I'm not
No.
gonna reveal my best ever product. I do reveal some products, because
But not that.
those aren't the only 2 products.
You wouldn't
I've done.
reveal that though.
No, because I mean I'm still dropshipping it, you know.
That's genius, dude. That's crazy. Wow.
Comments are going to be going off
They're
on
gonna
this.
be mad. They're gonna be mad.
I'm going to give my word. I'm not going to say anything. You don't have to worry about that. That's probably the most unique thing I've been shown.
That's the key. You gotta novelty products.
And
like-
how do you find a product like that?
This one I actually just paid $20 for a website where they list winning products. Found it, ran up a store same day, did like $1,000 worth of revenue
What's
on
the
it.
website?
Find out in my course.
Oh, jeez. All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That was a little too far of a sell. There's a bunch of them. There's like Ali Shark. There's Dropship Spy. There's all kinds
Okay,
of
I've
websites.
seen
It's,
Ali
like,
Shark
it's a
before.
common thing. Yeah.
By the way, guys, I'm so sorry because a lot of this is going to have to be muted, and I know that some people in the comments like the rawness and authenticity of the
Yeah.
podcast, and that we don't mute stuff. But this is stuff that we need
I
to
get
mute.
it.
So
Wow, yeah. Yeah.
let's talk about your name because you've said that you wanted to talk about this on the podcast. So it's Biaheza.
Right. That's actually my last name. My first name is Vlad, like Vladislav. But for branding purposes, first thing you think about when you hear Vlad, come on, Vladimir Putin. We're talking Dracula. We're talking the evil Russian guy in every movie. So I felt like for branding purposes, it'd be best to just stick with the last name. Although in retrospect, it's like the last name's a little hard to pronounce. It's a
So you
little
said
wordy.
Vladislav?
Vladislav. But Vlad for
Vladislav.
short.
I thought of Vladimir Guerrero, the hitter for the Angels.
I don't know who that is, but I'm glad you have a good association there. No, but yeah, because of that, I'm not like insecure about my name or anything. It's just for branding purposes. I figured it would make more sense, and I mean, it's kind of worked out.
I get it.
Probably should have just went with like a made up stage name, like Grahamstephan.
Yeah. just pick 2 first names, put them together, and you're set.
Yeah.
Can't trust the man with 2 first names.
I know.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah.
I think that's, Biaheza it's a good name. It is a little bit difficult to pronounce though, because when I first heard of your name, I thought it was Biaheza.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or
Biaheza.
Biaheza or something like that.
I should probably start saying it more in my videos because I don't.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would, just so people know how to pronounce it. And once you do it a few times,
It would be
becomes second
funny
nature.
for you to introduce a video and be like, "What's up, guys? It's Vladislav here."
Just switch it up on him.
Yeah.
Where's your family from originally?
Belarus.
Belarus. And when did they come to the U.S.?
When I was 6 years old,
Okay.
so I can like a little over 10 years ago, like 10, 13.
Do you remember growing up there?
A little bit, but I started school here, so it's very faint memories. But I've been back, so
Okay.
I know what it's like.
Where is Belarus? Is that in Russia?
No, it's a separate country. It's right in between Poland and Russia and Ukraine. It's like a little separate little spot over there.
Do you speak any other languages?
Speak Russian. There's actually a Belarusian language, but nobody really speaks it, and I don't know what it is.
And you still speak that fluently?
Russian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that was English is technically my second language.
Wow.
What was that one thing that
What?
Lingua Marina wanted us to popsidisis or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Smash the like
Smash
button.
the like
How do you
button.
say that?
Ставьте лайк на этом видео.
Stavte like.
Snata video.
Ставьте лайк
Stavte like
на этом видео.
na etam video.
There you
Stashte
go.
like not etam video.
You made it sound a little German there. But
All right. All right. So what brought your parents then to U.S.? Sacramento, was it?
yeah.
Okay.
So my grandma was a refugee. She was prosecuted for Christianity back during the Soviet Union. So because of that, my parents were able to get refugee status as well.
Wow.
So so it's even crazy that I'm like in the US. Like it's
That's crazy.
yeah.
So you ended up doing really well then as a teenager. And when did you get to the point then when you started thinking about dropping out of school?
First, like around the first couple of months with the drop shipping, when I was doing like 20K, I told myself that if I ever cross 100K profit in a single month, I'll do it. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know because again, like college, all I knew was college. I knew that like you can go through college and you can have a good job and you'll be secure. So I was like kind of encouraged to go through that. So I saw this as something that wouldn't really be as reliable as that. So I wanted to play it safe, but I ended up hitting that in March. So I finished that first year and dropped out.
What March was it? Was this not this year, March?
2018.
2018. Jeez. You've been on the grind for a while. When did you find my videos, by the way?
But first, a quick word from our sponsor, Grammarly. I remember when I sent my first email to Graham over a year and a half ago asking if he needed any help on his business. I spent so much time working on the email structure, the tone, the grammar, to make sure that email was as effective as possible. And at that time, it would have been really nice to have Grammarly Premium. Let me tell you, I recently got a Grammarly Premium account, and my writing has improved so much in this amount of time. Grammarly Premium helps evaluate your writing through their really intuitive website that provides clarity checks, vocab suggestions, and advice on your tone. My favorite part about Grammarly Premium is their goals feature, where you can get tailored writing advice based off of your goals and your audience. For example, I can choose which tone I want to write in, and Grammarly Premium will adjust their writing advice to reflect the appropriate tone. Now, when I write for any occasion, whether it be a work email, a message to the family, or sharing big news with a friend, I know that Grammarly will be there to make sure my message is clear, concise, and effective. Grammarly also has an extension that you can add to your browser that will always be monitoring your grammar to make sure you don't make any mistakes, which I also find very helpful. I find myself using Grammarly more and more as I continue trying to grow in life, and writing effectively has never been as important as it is now. Evaluate your writing with 20% off Grammarly Premium at grammarly.com/icedcoffee. That's 20% off Grammarly Premium at grammarly.com, grammarly.com/icedcoffee. And with that said, back to the podcast.
It was, this is something we say
Yeah.
for the podcast. But
Yeah, right.
Grahamstephan videos, I was super early on. So like throughout high school. We're talking 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And Graham was the first time I heard about rental property investing and like all that real estate stuff. And now I'm actually doing it. So this is like a
That's cool.
real visualized impact that you
Wait. So is this before? This is after you were managing the Instagram accounts.
Yeah, because I mean, I was doing Instagram since middle school. So
Okay. Wow. There you go. See, sometimes it's like these little tiny things that you put out there, like on trends or just anything, and you never know who's gonna watch it and what they're gonna do with that information.
yeah, shout out to Graham.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. What else? Dude, I feel like there's so much now.
There's a lot.
Like now, yeah. Go for it.
I mean, that's absolutely
All right.
incredible that you've been able to do all of that just by 19 years old. When do you turn 20?
February of next year.
Okay,
I'm getting there.
soon enough.
yeah, it's crazy. Like you can't even drink yet, but like your bank account is just like
Yeah, that is crazy.
you could buy a used Bugatti if you want. If you sold everything right now, you could buy a used 2006 Bugatti.
How much are those?
1.2.
I think you probably should.
Should I do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be good for branding.
It
So
would.
You could
Can I
use it.
deduct it as marketing?
Yeah.
All
Let's see what you just depreciate the car. 100% business use Bugatti.
Catch me in
Depreciated
the
over 7
Bugatti,
years.
We got to squash some sort of controversy.
Oh, yeah.
As well. So we've been getting a lot of requests on our channel saying they want you to come on our podcast, and it is like
It's odd.
an inordinate amount.
Yeah.
Like it's like it will be a comment and it'll have like over 150 likes.
Suspicious.
on it.
Yeah.
Graham thinks you gonna say it? I'll say it.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna say it. For like a year now, people have only requested to have you on the channel consistently. They all get like 100, 200 likes. I was almost thinking you were the one behind it, or you were the one like either like making these accounts, posting up there, or having other people like guiding people like, hey, just keep posting this, keep liking it, because we got so many and we don't get this for anybody else, and it just seems odd that of anybody out there, you are the one that gets picked and your comments are the one that go to the top.
I mean, first of all, I appreciate that, but the fact that I only replied to your DM 3 months after you hit me up,
Exactly.
that kind of disproves all of that.
Graham
Or you're playing hard to get.
Graham brought it up to me. He's so suspicious. Graham brought it up to me, and I was like, no, I've seen like a decent amount of his videos now, and I think he is not a guru at all. He's,
I
he's
never thought that. Yeah.
very legit. So
Right.
you give the seal of approval.
Wow, that's a bold move.
Biaheza.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, but it seemed like I got so many
It was
comments.
a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
and
a
then
lot.
once I started pointing it out, I'm like, Jazz, like, wow, yeah, we got another one here, and it had like 100 likes. It was one of the most
Yeah.
liked comments multiple times.
Nah, like I wasn't even really trying to come on the podcast all
Yeah.
that much, just because I feel like I'm a little anxious with like the collabs and all. So this wasn't my idea, you know.
But it's crazy. Some
Yeah.
people are like diehard
So-
fans of yours.
So just for the record, none of those were you. That was all organic. Everyone that asks for you to be on the channel is 100% organic.
Amen.
Really.
Yeah, I do have a good comment story that I want to get into.
Okay. That's crazy, man. I mean, your audience then, because we don't get this for anybody. Like, no one has had that level of consistency to
That would have
ask.
been smart though.
Because that's what I
Yes.
thought. I thought you'd be like, hey, if I could just get on his radar, like post a comment like this, just even like bot it like 100 times, or I could just post on Instagram like, hey guys, let's make this happen. Everyone's gonna start. Then I understand that that's where it came from, but
All organic, baby.
you got a good audience, man. A really supportive audience.
I just got to compliment your audience really quickly because
Yeah.
Graham posted on his Instagram today that
Yeah.
he was, that you're with us and we're going to do some sort of collaboration. And we got so many comments on today's video. Like, we want Biaheza to like respond to this comment.
Yeah.
And like, there was like times where there's 5 in a row when you sorted by newest, where they'd just be like, Biaheza, respond.
Yeah.
Like, you have a loyal audience.
Don't compliment me. Compliment the audience.
Yeah, guys.
It's incredible.
Thanks,
Really?
guys.
Yeah.
No,
But you don't see that often with like finance YouTube. I'd say Andre Jick is another one, but I feel like your audience is stronger in a
I'll
sense.
take it. But that's because I think I integrate a lot more entertainment into my videos, and like I show a lot more personality than a lot of like the finance people. So
I wonder if it's your age. I wonder if it's being 19 that in a sense people feel more comfortable with you because they don't feel like you're older, and they feel like the older you are, maybe the more like, I don't want to say the more tricks you got, but there's more of a separation between like what's the angle versus you being 19, living with your parents, doing incredibly well. It's easier to relate to you.
Thing is, though, there's like a lot of young people doing well with dropshipping. Like my numbers compared to what's really out there, not even impressive.
No,
There's
but
like millions per month.
it doesn't matter though, because what you have is the personality and the entertainment value of YouTube. That who else is doing dropshipping right now who has your numbers and is making videos like you in the ways that you do it? I don't think anybody.
I mean, there's some good channels. I don't want to discredit anybody,
Right.
but I guess. Yeah, I think I was one of the first to really bring. Well, I mean, you were one of the first to bring a lot more entertainment into here, but I took it to like a kind of another level with the challenges and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think you're a perfect blend between finance and Ryan Trahan. That's what I think.
I agree with that.
yeah, shout out Ryan.
Yeah. It's a compliment.
So what's
yeah.
your comment story?
Oh yeah, let's hear the comment story.
I'm curious if you remember this, Graham. Back when I was first, we're talking like late 2018, first started the YouTube channel. Well, I didn't start it. Even further backstory, I actually used to make skate videos back in the day. Privated all of those. Started doing the finance
You
videos.
shouldn't have private it. You should unprivate those videos and just see the reaction.
Maybe I'll do it.
You could do a reacting video series to
That
your
would be
skateboarding
fun.
videos.
Wow, that'd be good.
And that would be a cool video to also, you could talk about the progress along the way and just the journey of YouTube and how much money you've made.
That's a good video idea. I'm actually do that.
Good. All right, so let's hear it.
One of my growth strategies was to have my notifications on for like all of the finance channels. And whenever someone drops a video, I kind of like scroll through it, see what's up, and then I'll think of something like funny, drop it in the comments, common sense, like it to get the ball rolling.
Yep.
And then as people would see it, more likes, and we're talking like if your video would get 300,000 views, that's 300,000 people that would see my comment because it'd be the top comment. And I wouldn't do like a scammy little call to action or anything. I would just drop like a solid comment. So guaranteed top comment every time. So I'm curious if you remember that.
I get so many. I remember, I would say there's maybe 4 or 5 people that I consistently remember. That's exciting though, man. How many subscribers do you think you got from that?
Well, that's how I kickstarted everything. So I had like 2K on the skateboarding stuff. And then just to kick the finance videos off, that's what I do for a long time. Because I didn't start making money with YouTube until like a while, you know? It was like pretty low. I wasn't doing any like brand deals or anything. So it was a grind.
Wow.
I did that for a while.
So you're living with your parents now. Any plans on moving out? Or you want to live with them as long as you can? Because I think you just live with them as long as you can at this point. Just save as much as you can.
I think it's pennies now at this point.
No. Pennies matter. You get 20 of them, you
But
get a
also
free
like
coffee.
content. You know, if you got your own place, you could like get a nice studio.
I'm thinking of getting like an office, but
Yeah.
I'm not like limited. I have
Yeah.
my freedom of
What
my
do you,
parents. So
yeah,
it's
what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I agree. I think if I were to move out, I'd just start spending a lot more money because it's like keeps me grounded, you know? At the end of the day, still living at your mama's house. It's like keeps me humble.
Yeah, what I think is that you only have this opportunity once. And once you're out, once you get your own spot, you're not going, you can't move backwards. So just keep in mind that once you make that move, that's a permanent move. Like realistic, if it's just money, that's a permanent move. I say keep it as long as it does not hinder you, and as long as you could keep putting out the same content, you get along with your family, everything's going well. Give it another few years, I would say. 22, 23. Well, I mean, what?
Yeah, what if he starts clearing like 5 mil a year?
Give it another like 10 years, man. Give it at least until 30. At 30, you could reevaluate your decision.
No, but I was actually thinking about early next year whether to buy a rental property or to get like my own crib. So I guess now that you say it, I'll probably go with the rental.
Let me ask you this, though, and I'll get Jack's opinion on this, too. I do think there's a sense of relatability that you live with your parents. Because I think a big portion of the audience is under 25. They're living with your parents, and they're seeing you do so well. And it's encouraging to feel like, hey, listen, like there's no shame in that. You're doing really well. And it's almost, I don't want to say it grounds you, but it makes what you're doing, I think, more attainable.
Yeah,
because
of course.
it's just, it's not some extravagant thing. The more you start to, I don't want to say the lifestyle inflation, but the more you start to spend, I've noticed, I think the less attainable it looks, because you start to get that separation.
Yeah, I think that's why even Mr. Beast, that's why he is where he is today. I mean, he still didn't do any of that Lambo stuff, so I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
The relatability is very important.
Right. So I would almost say give it another few years. Maybe Jack's like...
But I think the good compromise here is just to get like a little office space, like a little warehouse type of thing going for like the content purposes. Maybe.
I think in your case, it's upon the individual, right? Like if you think that you're someone that can fall victim to lifestyle inflation and you think that you wouldn't be able to control yourself, if you started giving yourself nice things, I would say, reserve that kind of stuff until later. But if you seem very, very grounded and like down to earth, so I wouldn't imagine that you started going out and like buying like super crazy stuff.
First thing I do when I move out, Lambo, baby.
So I don't know. I think that you're probably fine. Like at this point, let's talk about income a little bit later.
Yeah.
But I think you're probably making more than enough to.
My vote is reevaluate it at 22.
22?
My vote is reevaluate in like 2.5 years. That's my vote.
It depends on how much you value living with your parents versus having your own place and like doing your own kind of stuff and having those liberties. But then again, it's all on the individual. Like for me, I actually thoroughly enjoy living with my parents. Like I enjoy the company and we get along really
same.
well.
I feel like I just get lonely.
There you go. So I think that's also something to take into account.
Yeah.
So something to keep in mind. But
22.
I would say 21. How about that? We'll compromise 21. Then you could think about it. That's my recommendation. Because again, once you move out, you don't move back. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do that.
Do you want to talk about income? Are you cool with that?
How deep do you want to go?
Really deep.
As deep as possible.
I want to know everything.
I already talked about it on my channel.
All right, cool.
Like, what do you guys want to know?
Income streams,
Yeah.
and then the amounts.
Let's see. How many income streams do you have at this point?
The drop shipping, which I had to stop because of Rona, and I haven't gotten back into it because it's been slacking. But then we have the YouTube AdSense, and then the course, and then I guess brand deals, and real estate, and then the stocks if you want to count that. So
Got it. Okay, so you got a good amount. Where's the most income coming from right now?
at this point,
Yeah,
with YouTube,
it's with YouTube.
yeah.
I would imagine the courses.
Oh well, part of YouTube.
Okay.
Counts
So,
up.
but like we're separating AdSense versus courses.
Fair game.
So courses.
Yeah, at this point courses. Because here's the thing, I don't do very much brand deals. So instead of promoting the brand deals, I'd rather mention my course here and
Smart.
there.
So how much is your course?
$297.
That's a
I don't know, like
it's a good
$294
price.
maybe.
that's a good price.
That's a real.
It's a real bang for your buck.
Yeah, you know what's funny? The YouTube Creator Academy down below in the description is also actually we're gonna do a coupon code. How about that? We'll do 100. Ours will be 247 now. We'll
Oh man.
down below.
296.
Really gonna undercut me?
Only in the description of this video though. So if you see it, well, it lasts. But okay, so that's good. So how much does that do just on the average month?
Probably around like 80 to 100.
1,000?
Yeah.
What? That's, dude. I'm like, my program numbers are I don't want to say a fraction of that.
Say it. He said it.
How much is it? Like 30 to 50?
You're probably making
50?
Yeah, 30, 45, 50.
50 max. 30,
Like on
30
an
to
average month,
40.
it's probably about 30 to
30 to
35.
40. How do you do so much? Is it just the Shopify niche, dropshipping niche?
Thing is, the video where I dropped my course, it actually ended up doing very well, and it's still getting views to this day. So I think a majority of it came from one video.
100
Wow.
a month.
Wait. It's okay. Wait, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. How often do you pitch it?
Only when I make like a dropshipping video, which nowadays isn't that frequent.
So, but like what, once a month?
If that.
And how do you sell it? Are you just like, hey guys, down below in the description, $297?
I mean, if you want it, you can buy it. I don't push it.
Okay, but I'm trying
It
to figure
sells
out
itself is
how
what you're
do
saying.
How do you do
Basically,
so
the
much?
results sell it.
How do you do so much without mention? Because I never mention it, and I think like 30 to 40,000 a month is how much it'll make without me really mentioning it, just from putting it in the description. I don't want to mention it too much because I'm afraid then people just were like, oh, he's trying to sell us something. So I'm like, if it's there if you want it. Do you offer like sales or things on top of that, or like
I only threaten to increase the price if like too many people get in. I've never had a sale, and it never will.
That's incredible.
I mean, I want to be like as fair as possible.
But that's so much money,
But you're
dude.
you're doing the anti-sales of everything, because what I've done is basically I'll do a big sale maybe twice a year, where for 24 hours, sometimes 48, I'll drop the price. And that's it. And for 48 hours, those do well. But I don't do those too often because then I feel like it devalues the yeah.
Walmart has sales. Does Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Apple have sales?
So yeah. So
I'm
but
sorry,
it might
that was-
yeah.
Gears are grinding
No,
right
it's
now.
fine. It's fine. No, because this is what the podcast is all about. Like we have these actual conversations here. So I started off selling my own program, no sales at all. I thought the same thing as you. And then all of a sudden, I dropped the price by $100. Like I think that day it made like $10,000. It's like, wow, okay. So I get the value of a sale. So then I'm like, okay, well, if I just do that every now and then, it'll be fine.
Yeah, but then it's not fair to the people who paid full price.
But those people who paid full price would have had to wait for that one moment. So there is a value in getting something immediately versus waiting for like that Black Friday sale that comes once a year, or waiting for like my birthday on April 22nd where I'll do the same thing. There's a value in getting something immediately.
Yeah, that's fair, but I don't know.
So you just mention it occasionally, the full price. How do you threaten to raise the price?
Well, I kind of did it as like in the very first video. I haven't done it since, but I was gonna say if like way too many people joined in, if we're talking, because some of these course numbers, like with other people, like 100K isn't like all that much per month. So if I figured if like a ridiculous amount of people join in, I would then have to just kind of up the bar a little bit, the barrier to entry and whatnot. But
What else do you give them? Because now I'm just curious. This is not, by the way, an advertisement for the program.
you should sign up.
If that's the case, we got to get a cut of this. You got to get a kickback. I'm kidding.
I mean,
No, yeah.
that's the thing though. I don't really pitch anything else, so I think because of that, like there's a lot of like I don't dilute it.
Okay.
So I think there's a little bit of that. Other than Weeble, get your
Interesting.
free stuff.
Get your 3 free stocks down below in the description.
Yeah, but that's
Okay,
like a
yeah.
win-win for everybody.
Right.
Yeah. So
But so on the course, I'm trying to think any other questions. What else do you offer in the course? Is it a pre-recorded program, or do you offer support
it's-
or like mentorship, or what is it?
now it's just a series of videos, basically like a camera over my shoulder as I run up one of my stores. Just
How long did that take you to make?
I put in some work on that one. Like the month before that,
Mm-hmm.
before releasing it, I was really like in the studio every day. We're talking
Yeah.
like full month.
That's what I did.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was my worst month, honestly. That is a month that was so, I don't want to say it was like traumatic, because that's like
No, but I feel you on
but
that.
I took an entire December, and that's when I made my YouTube Creator Academy, an entire month where I was probably putting in 16, 17-hour days every single day for a full month. And I kept up my posting schedule, didn't miss a single video. And as soon as I was done with that, I'd be scripting out, editing, planning those videos. It was horrible. I didn't even go out the entire month. I stayed inside for a full month to get that YouTube course done.
Yeah, that's the tricky
So,
part
and it-
because
yeah.
you still got to do the upload schedule. so,
Right.
yeah.
And then when I was done with it, it was the most like relieving. I had so much, it felt like I had so much free time. Even though I was still like working like 10, 12-hour days. It's working that 12 hours is like, what? Wow, I have all this extra time now. It was
feel it,
weird.
yeah.
But it took such a toll on me mentally that was like, I'm so burnt out. And maybe that's my problem. I went too hard on that and it just soured me from creating another one.
I mean, I haven't made one since, so
Yeah.
same here.
Wow. Okay. So besides that, then we got YouTube. How much we doing? Can I see your?
let's
All right. Let's see. Let's whip it out, man.
Can you
Let's see.
screen record?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Let's look at this together. So we'll go to analytics. Consistent, man. Consistent views. Look at those drops. I mean, the drops are
What
just
is that for the 48 hours?
wow. Is that okay? So very consistent. $30,000. So what did October do? 35. Wow, fantastic. Okay. 365. So obviously you had a spike there. That's when everyone starts spiking on that. That is just incredible. Lifetime. Have you haven't crossed $1 million yet. That's just incredible.
Yeah, so for all of 2019 it was pretty low there.
Wow. It's just 73,000. 1.6. Great CPM.
That's the dropshipping videos.
Wow. There you go. Thank you.
All right.
That's incredible. I'm looking at this and I'm just
So
gosh. So we're at 130.
135-ish. And then
Yeah.
what else do you have? You can't say Weeble explicitly, but
Yeah, you could just say affiliates, just like affiliates and other sponsors, or you could just say in the rest of it's blank.
Well, I would normally have dropshipping, so that would be a huge, like, another 6 figures. I was really planning on scaling it up and seeing how far I can get it, but because of the Rona, I had to stop. So normally that would be
Why did you have to stop?
it was the shipping times. And I'm shipping from China, so and that's where it originated, so it's a little
Gotcha.
sus. Yeah, I really gotta hop back on that. I've just been slacking a little bit, but normally that, and then I'll do like a little brand deal here and there, but that's usually very low. I don't know, average of like 2K in a month.
You're doing incredible. I'm seriously blown away.
Thank you.
Honestly, your numbers are insane.
your total monthly income on average, what would you?
I mean, it jumps up and down.
Got to be 150.
Lowest probably like around 100. Highest 250. My highest month ever.
And the thing that's amazing is 19. What do your parents think of this?
Do they know?
Do they know?
Oh, of course. I mean, if the whole world knows with the YouTube and whatnot, yeah,
Okay.
they do. I mean, they're
What
very
do they-
supportive.
What do they think?
From the beginning, they were really supportive. So shout out to my parents, mom, dad.
But what do they think? You're like,
I mean,
what?
thing is,
Yeah.
they saw the amount of work they see the amount of work I put in. You know, every day I'm on the clock, so it's
Right.
not even like that huge of a surprise when I started pulling in like the dropshipping numbers because they saw what I was doing like constantly.
Yeah, but if I were a parent, coming from another country, and I see my like 17, 18-year-old son all of a sudden making like 30 grand a month, I'd be like, what is this? Is this legal? Like, you sure?
Right. Well, I mean, the big thing they do tell me is because they're from the Soviet Union, they experienced like quite a few big inflation spikes.
Yeah.
So the one thing they keep hammering me is to like do something with the money, not keep it in cash.
Yeah.
So
What do they
all
do
that.
for work?
Dad's like a truck driver.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't really work. So
That's crazy. You're like a one-man army as well.
basically,
Wow, so it's just you.
even with the dropshipping orders, I actually ended up, there was like months, because I don't know, I didn't want to go through VAs because I'm like super sussed out about people finding out the product and not taking it, because it's an easy business to replicate
Right.
if you know the product, if you know the ad. So I didn't even want to have VAs. So there were months where I would just like wake up, fill out orders, go to sleep type of months. Eventually I found software to do that for me. So, but yeah, no VAs.
I'm literally blown away, man. I don't know if you fully understand like how impressed I am.
Well, I mean, it's relative, right? There's people my age making a lot more, so.
See, I felt the same thing. I was embarrassed to post YouTube. I swear, I was embarrassed in the beginning to post YouTube videos, because I'm like, who would want to listen to me? Seriously. And then I started posting, like everyone's like, wow, it is so good. But I was like, no, but this guy over here did it 10% better. It's
that hedonic
surprising.
treadmill.
So you would say you're used to this now.
I mean, I don't take it for granted, but I guess
It's
I've
quick.
come to terms with
It's
it.
insane how fast it works like that. Like it's 1 year of really high income like that. Used to it. That's your new baseline. My biggest fear too. Not obvious. Actually, I take that back. This is not my biggest fear. But one of my concerns is that you get so used to a certain level of income that if something were to happen or go down, it would be so hard to rewire my mind for any sort of like, I don't want to say normal work, but anything that wouldn't pay as much as I'm making now. Like it skews your perspective of how much something really is.
Yeah, but I mean, I low-key wouldn't mind like a regular job. It is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Back at Target or whatever.
I actually photoshopped my face onto the target. I worked at JCPenney.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! Wow, the
JC
truth
Penn.
comes out.
Yeah.
Wow, on
exposed.
that we're talking about the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
JCPenney.
So okay, so you're making a lot. Obviously, we got to
So
talk about this.
What do you
one.
think about the parents living with the parents now, knowing he's making that much?
Well, I had a feeling it was at least going to be. I had a feeling it was at minimum going to be like 70. So like honestly, the difference, like between 70 and 150, they're both a lot of money. I think the same thing. I think it's just as impressive. You're able to save a lot. I think the benefit for you staying with your parents is just to avoid lifestyle inflation for just that much longer. You're never going to be able to go back to that again. You have a good relationship with them. It's not holding you back.
Exactly.
You're good with your money. They're supportive of you. I don't see anything pushing you out at this point.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm at home, I'm usually working,
Yeah.
and when I'm not at home, I'm not at home.
I would
so-
say the right time to move out is when you find that begins to hinder you either socially or emotionally. And you need that little push for independence and just like doing something on your own and having that sense of freedom, then I would do it. But until you have that urge to be like, you start feeling antsy, I'd say keep it going.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I think.
Yeah. I respect that.
Let's talk
Or you
about.
find a miss. He's a
Must be a heads up.
Is there one on the way? Is there?
Just think about all the content opportunity that would open up. We're talking.
reaction videos, infinite monetization
Infinite, yeah,
loop.
that's the bag.
See,
How
that's
I built my girlfriend a store that makes.
Girlfriend tries day trading. Girlfriend tries drop shipping.
My girlfriend bought my course and is
Oh.
now making $50K a month.
Wow.
You know what I noticed? What's his name? Project Life Mastery did that with him and his girlfriend Tatiana James. Project Life Mastery and his girlfriend Tatiana. Maybe she's a fiance now, but yeah, put her in the thumbnail, and it got like 3 times all of his normal views.
Genius.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sleeping on a bag here.
You could just like copy your face and throw some long hair on it if you
Snapchat
want
filter
to. Yeah,
with
something
you
like
on
that.
it. That
Put your
would
arm around
be-
yourself. That would be funny.
I got a viral video idea. Teaching my Tinder date how to start a Shopify store.
That is
I
genius.
kid
man.
you not.
Yeah.
Just try out that content. Teaching my Tinder date how to trade Forex.
I feel like that'd be hard to convince someone though for the video.
girl?
Like someone
Okay,
who
how
wants to
about
be on the
this?
video.
Girls out there, you're in Sacramento. Women,
The
girls,
916.
19. So if you're around the area and you want to potentially be in a video, we'll put your Instagram down below in the
DM.
description.
We can sign a mutually beneficial contract. Make it work.
There you go.
So okay, well that's I don't. So there's no Miss Biaheza in the works right now. It's just
Not at the moment.
not in the moment. Okay, but you wouldn't be opposed.
I guess. Yeah.
All right,
That's the right person. Sure.
So we got the DMs. The DMs are open.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put you on the spot there. Now you're making a lot. California.
Terrible.
All right. What are your
Taking half.
thoughts?
Well, with what you did moving out, that's like I'm definitely considering it because I mean
Okay.
I could do what I'm doing from anywhere as well.
Yeah.
So
Would you
I'm
move
thinking
your
about it.
parents?
I mean it's up to them.
Because your dad's a truck driver.
Mhm.
Your mom doesn't work, so your mom's easy. If your dad's a truck driver, I'd assume that would be pretty.
Yeah, the biggest
Flexible.
obstacle though is just like my whole family lives there, all my friends, you know, so just the social aspect of it. I feel like moving to a whole new
With
other
the
Come to
amount of
Vegas,
money
right?
that
Yeah.
you're saving by just changing states, you could probably buy them a home, all your friends, and like
You could
live in like a
you could pay your
commune.
dad this. I bet like the same as he's earning now, and still save money.
True. I thought about
Yeah.
it. With the amount I'd save from taxes, I mean that's a free house.
Yeah. I would strongly consider it. I've noticed a lot of people are moving to Las Vegas. And so I'm actually moving in now. Like I feel like I know more like finance people in Las Vegas now than I do in California, in LA.
Las Vegas is
Yeah.
the move.
yeah.
It is.
I don't know.
It seems
with
like
my history of options trading. I don't know. Las Vegas, all those casinos.
Oh,
Do you have any other tax recommendations other than moving out?
not that you just have to spend money.
Lambo.
Yeah, that's the hard part with this is that you have to spend money. Now there are smart ways you could spend money, But I've looked into so many options. It was like, what can I do to improve the podcast, or what can I do to improve the channel? My biggest things is better set. So in Las Vegas, I'm putting a decent amount of money into a better set that's just going to be better all around. So I'm going to have more places to film from. So I figured that's good money spent. Everything else, it's like, sure, you get a write-off, but at what cost? Even if it's 50% off, buying things I don't need that are 50% off is still me spending 50%. Like, I thought getting a Tesla Model X would have been the best move to make, because you depreciate 100% of the car in the first year. So if I buy that Tesla Model X for $100,000 in December, it's a full $100,000 tax write-off. So that's like 53% off of that price of the car. But do I need a Model X? No. So I'm still spending $40,000 on this car.
Yeah, but if you buy used and that car holds value, and you can deduct it and then sell it for the same price,
that's
still
true.
gotta spend it.
But if I sell it at the same price, then you're supposed to pay taxes on that.
True.
So then it kind of negates the whole thing, and I get a car I don't really need. So my recommendation is, if you need things that you think will make you more money, spend it. But if there's anything beyond that, it's tough, man. It's tough.
I mean, I've been trying about the whole big computer screen, like try and build up that studio, but it's only so much.
Yeah,
you know?
you have an S corp, I take it. You run everything through an S
one
corp?
for the drop shipping, and then
All right. Okay. So that's smart. Besides that, honestly, it's just moving out of state.
might have to pull a Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Be our neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, I got to do something like that,
Yeah.
because this 50% thing, not a fan.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, my theory is that it's only going to get worse. It has to get worse, because they have to pay for things, stuff.
Yeah, now's the time, huh?
So I would say now's the opportunity. Move your family. You don't have to get some mega place. $500,000 in those locations, in nice locations, goes a long way.
True.
Really, even $750.
But I mean,
yeah,
nothing beats that California climate, and that, I don't know.
that's true. I don't argue with you on that.
Yeah, I feel like Texas is just humid, Nevada, pretty hot.
I don't think you're going to find anything too comparable.
So do you think that drop shipping is still a viable option for people now? Because I know that a lot of people have hopped on the train, and there's obviously like somewhat of a surplus of
Are
drop
people
shippers.
still buying stuff online?
I feel like you just took the mic.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's only growing. It's a growing industry, so
So you think it's still a viable option?
100%.
And do you think that one item stores or just stores that sell multiple items are a better deal? Because I heard that recently one-stop shops or one item stores are better.
Yeah, because you can do a lot more branding for that one product, make it look a lot nicer if it's just the single product in the store. But that makes it so that you can't test as many products when you're running that single product store, because you got to put in a lot of time on that branding. So yeah, it does a lot better. But what I would recommend is either one product store or niche stores. So like you find a niche, you kind of do some branding around that niche, and then you can test a bunch of products in that niche. So it's like the best of both worlds.
And do you think anyone can do this, like realistically, or do you think that it's usually a younger age group?
I mean, I think it's a younger age group because younger people have more time, just free time. So I think partly that's why you see so many younger people succeeding with it. But it's also just being kind of a little bit tech savvy. I mean, you got to have some video editing skills, some Photoshop skills. It's like you got to wear a lot of hats, which I think a lot of younger people are more like that. But yeah.
How much time does it take?
Well, setting it up, that's the major time thing. But then you also got to monitor it, because Facebook ads, I mean, it's a pain. They're constantly shutting them off. You got to manually approve them. You got to do all kinds of things. So it's usually just that most of the time in the beginning, and then you just kind of got to check in on it every single day. And then also, depending on how you fulfill the orders, like, I don't know, 30
If you have
minutes
it
a day.
automated, it could be like.
So.
How much are you spending on Facebook ads?
Oh, I actually slept on a huge bag with the Facebook ads, because I was spending like hundreds, well, not hundreds, but like over 100K, kind of like my peak on Facebook ads per month. And I didn't put it on a credit card.
Ooh.
I really could have had some nice free travel.
How many credit cards do you have?
I think 3 or 4.
What's your credit score?
We can look it up.
That's like our go-to question. That we ask
Yeah, I know.
See it.
I have a list of just questions, like go through them.
Is that like a private thing? I feel like that's the least
What?
private.
Credit score?
Yeah.
No.
I'll tell you mine. It's like 700.
No, we're laughing because we ask everybody this question.
Yeah.
It's the standard go-to Graham Stephan quote. What's the credit score?
Sitting at a cool 757 at the moment.
Okay, that's good.
It's reasonable.
And which credit cards do you have, or what's your top credit card?
Got the Amex Platy. You know
Okay, it's the business Amex Platinum Business.
for the personal. I should
For
get
the
one
personal,
for my
yeah.
business, but
And then what about the other? What are the?
I
other
just
ones?
have a regular Cash Rewards Bank of America Visa.
Okay.
And then an Apple Card.
Just have the City Double Cash.
You got to get the City Double Cash.
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
a
doing
really good one.
transactions like that.
Yeah.
For the business?
Yeah. I mean, it would be
Do they
good
have
for
a business? I don't know if they. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
if they could do a
that's true. I don't
business.
know if they do a
Look
business.
into it. I actually don't know that one, but
For
if
the
you
Facebook
can,
ads?
potentially, if you can get 2% back on that,
That'd be huge.
yeah,
That would. Wow.
look into that one.
I should have done it with Amex. Got a bunch of travel points at that point.
Yeah, Amex
That would've been
Amex
nice.
would be really smart to use if you're going to transfer those to a partner and then book some trips with them. Like I use Aeroplan back when I could travel. I would use Aeroplan to go to Canada, and what was it? 25,000 points would get me a round trip plane ticket to Toronto and back. 25,000 points.
How
And-
much
and
do you
those
have
were-
to spend to get that 25?
25. It depends on what I was spending, but I'd usually use the sign up bonus. So the sign up bonus, I get like 60,000 points on that. So that would be like 2.5 round trip plane tickets, and those tickets were worth about 400 on the low end to 650 on the high end.
Oh, that's what I did with Amex. That sign-on bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of pays for it.
It does. That's why I love credit cards, man. But lately, there haven't been that many great sign up bonuses that are really worth taking. The ones I see right now, the Chase Freedom Flex. You get $200 back when you spend $500 in the first 3 months. That's a good starter one for a lot of people to do.
Let's also talk about spending a little bit because you're 19 years old, right? You're making a lot of money. Any 19-year-old in your position, well, I'd say 99% of them would probably be out buying, a Tesla, buying a Rari, a few nice homes. What do you spend your money on? What percentage of it is business versus personal? Would you consider yourself frugal?
Well, yeah, definitely frugal. But when it comes to the cars, I do have some cars, but they're tax deductions. They're for
Okay,
the
what
business.
cars? What business
You recently
cars?
picked up a, didn't you?
What is
Yeah.
it? Let's talk about it. I don't know what it is. What is
I
it?
got a G-Wagon, but here's the thing. Hear me out.
Okay.
Full tax deduction. I got a good deal on it, under market value,
How much does that car weigh?
like 7,000.
So that's the.
Yeah,
179.
I didn't know you could do that with the
179?
G wagon.
Section 179.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. That explains why there's so many G wagons here in LA.
Yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
these
Of
celebrities
course,
are
right.
taking
If you
deductions.
buy
on it.
used, get a good deal. And they hold value
They
really well.
do
Yeah, so
because they
that's
don't
the big
change
thing.
the body style. I've seen some of these cars, like a 2004 Mercedes G wagon, 30 grand. They don't drop below like 25 ever. It's like they're all 30 to 50.
Yeah. So
What did you
that
pick
was
yours
my-
up for?
With tax, it was around 80 because it was one of the newer ones. So,
okay. And
Why a G wagon?
well, because it holds its value really nice and I can tax deduct it.
Why not a Model X?
he
Model
already
X
has a
would.
I
Tesla.
already,
Oh wait, okay. So you got
Yeah.
what Tesla do you have?
I have the Model 3,
Why do you need another car?
marketing expense. I have it wrapped.
How do you market that?
Well, I have my
Personal branding.
I
right?
have my wrap on there.
Yeah.
It's completely company use. So, it's a
But
company vehicle.
so do you park it like in front of your house and people drive by, your neighbors see it?
Basically. Fair game.
So you have a G wagon. You also have a Model 3. What other? Do you have any other cars?
Yeah.
Graham is like, this is the plate crashing.
You can't
was-
drive all these cars at this. It's like, okay, anyway.
This was like the first one I got for tax purposes back in like end of 2019 because I really had no deductions.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Toyota 4Runner. So I mean, it's nice and reliable, holds its value.
So those are your 3 cars.
Yeah,
What's your daily driver?
probably the Tesla for business use. only.
The business trip to the grocery store. I'm kidding. You can cut that out.
To go to Applebee's for a meeting by yourself.
Hey, it's on the road. You can see the wrap.
Some network
It's marketing.
and Applebee's. I get that. No, that's fine. It's smart to wrap the car like that.
Wow, dude.
I mean,
you deserve it.
Yeah,
you
do.
deserve it.
You can
You've
afford
worked
it
tremendously hard.
Yeah, if you could buy any car though, would you any desire to do like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini?
I'd get maybe a Lambo, but like I'd have to be set to get one of those. Like that would have to be like nothing.
I feel like you are though. You're talking about spending 1 month of your income on a used, let's say, Huracan that is not really going to go down in value that much. You're going to be out the sales tax, which in Nevada, by the way, there is no sales tax on used private party car purchases in the state. So you wouldn't have to pay any sales tax on that.
Am I hearing this right?
Yes.
Grahamstephan is trying to encourage me to buy a Lambo.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I actually disagree with Graham. I'm going to err on the side of being more frugal. I know it's very
I'm just
rare.
saying.
I say don't buy a Lambo. You have 3 cars already.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
listen,
I mean, maybe if I sold all of them and possibly, but
if I were
Gotta work,
19,
Lambo.
yeah.
if I were 19, the Lamborghini is it.
Wrap it.
Yeah, I have.
Wrap everything.
Man. I mean, the thing is, there is an appeal of being like 19, 20, 21 with a car like that. It's not the same when you hit 30. It's different when you're younger.
You're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right. And you don't want me to get a Tesla.
No, I don't.
Okay. Nobody wants me to get a Tesla.
I know.
Okay. The only person that's advised it is my accountant. Okay. She said, Jack, you got to have a write-off.
You need a write-off next
I have
year, though.
nothing to write off. Literally, I have like no write-offs
Good.
whatsoever. And she says, I need something. She's like, are you thinking about getting a car? And I was like, well, I want a Tesla like extremely badly. I always have. It's the only thing I would splurge my money on. The only thing. I don't care about anything else fancy. Clothes, I don't care. Everything's free, right? A Tesla. That's all I want. But I can't justify it. I can't do it.
No. Well, also, you're going to make more money next year. You're going to be in a much higher tax bracket next year. So whatever you do next year is worth more money than what you do this year.
That's very true.
So,
I mean, you're trying to save up for that rental property stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't buy like the cars prior to getting into rental properties and whatnot. So that was like after.
Yeah. I'm thinking I got to get a rental property that will pay for the Tesla first.
yeah.
I feel like
If you can
that's
get enough assets to go and pay for the car, and then the car's paid for by your investments, then that's a different story.
It's got to happen at some point.
Yeah.
I'm doing the exact same thing that you said you used to do, which is like you want to buy something, but then you think about creating a new income source that will pay for it.
Yep.
And I've been doing that over and over, right? Like, and I'm just trying to figure out what's my next thing, but I just still cannot justify buying
No,
a
not yet.
Tesla.
What are you trying to get? What kind?
Model 3, I couldn't justify spending any more than like that amount of money on it.
For a game?
Yeah. But
You
you're
gonna
living the
wrap it?
dream, dude. Would I wrap it? No.
Tax deduction? Oops.
No, I can't spend money like that. That's needlessly spending money.
I wrapped it. I think it was a great choice to wrap the car.
You got it for free. You wrapped
No,
it
I paid for the cost.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I've been talking about like company wraps, by the way.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like your face on it or something.
Well, yeah, like the name of the business. I don't mean like what
Satin black,
The
yeah.
splurging you did out there.
What's out there?
On your Tesla,
yeah.
there's a difference.
Satin wrap, yeah.
Right, but there's a difference between that wrap and
No,
like the Kevin wrap.
no.
Yeah.
To have the satin black with the acid green calipers and emblems that makes the car more recognizable.
A little sus.
It's
I don't know. All I'm saying is
Yeah.
I have it in nice, clean, big letters. So
I think it justifies everything. Clean letters. But I think
you go.
you're doing incredibly well. Bravo, a million
thank
times.
you. Wow.
Yeah. So what else? What else is there?
yeah.
Uh,
Is there anywhere you waste money?
Watches.
not
No,
watches.
You don't
I
like
think-
watches?
Nah.
What's wrong with watches?
My phone. What are you flexing over there? A little rolly?
No,
What
it's
you rock?
Zenith.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
But, I'd say where I spend my money is like hobbies. So like snowboarding, mountain biking, doing those kinds of trips and whatnot. That's where.
That's the relatability factor.
Yeah,
That's it.
mean-
That's it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just into all that like surfing type of stuff. So that's where I spend it. I'll splurge a little on getting some nice gear and whatnot, but
So
not
you're
too
like
crazy.
a 19-year-old with a passion for like all these different like hobbies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you basically get yourself the nicest stuff in these hobbies.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, it was always like wear me down, thrift shop type stuff. But now I got some money, I'm gonna spend it on some nice gear.
That's incredible. I have nothing bad to say. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to find one thing to criticize.
Well, you could criticize the cars.
I did a little bit.
I think it's fine.
I mean, yeah, you could afford it. I just think that the G-Wagon holds its value. You could do worse. But I guess you could do worse. I don't know. I would have just picked a Model
fine.
X, but
All
it
in
doesn't
all,
matter.
yeah,
We're
it's
at this point we're trying to
drop in the
find
bucket.
we're trying to find something, and we're like struggling to find any sort of critique or. It's all good.
We make it a nice experience for our
impressive.
guests here. We try
Yeah.
to find
Yeah.
these
Definitely
things.
recommend.
We're like investigators.
Yeah,
finding the bad
like
things.
what we can't talk.
No, I think he's
anything.
doing fantastic. That's
Everything.
totally
Everything
awesome.
is I would say almost perfect.
I try my best. It's been a real blessing.
How much do you work? Like, do you work a lot?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or do you have a lot of free time? Because you only post once a week. You skipped today. That's an issue. That gave Graham a little
I'll
bit
bounce
of
back.
an
I'll
attack,
back.
a panic attack.
When I was doing dropshipping and YouTube just full time, I mean that was mad stressful. Like we're talking a whole lot of work. But nowadays that I'm just mainly focusing on YouTube, slowly getting to the dropshipping, it's not that much. I mean, it's a lot of mental work. That's the thing. It's like not about even the hours I'm actually working. It's about the thinking. It depends what you describe as work. Because if I'm brainstorming ideas, I'm just sitting there, but I'm still using my brain and I'm working. So
How many hours a day?
right now,
Yeah.
probably around 5, 6.
What's your schedule usually like? Like, what time do you wake up? What time do you go to bed?
Lately, I've been waking up nice and early, like 6 a.m. for all the
Good time. Yeah.
day trading videos I've been doing. So that's actually pushed me to wake up early, which is
Cool.
nice. But yeah, I wake up around 6 a.m., get everything out of the way, and then have the day free.
Oh my God. I see. It's I don't like my mind doesn't even comprehend that anymore. Because most of my days are like start around 6 to 6:30. Usually will end anywhere between 5:30, the earliest, to about 8.
But that's why you're at 2 million subs, and I'm not.
Yeah, is it 2.5? Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, we were trying to get out. Oh, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. You didn't post today, and I said that would give me so much anxiety. Like I would panic the day before if I knew like I have no video to post. I would be up all night. I'd wake up the first thing in the morning. I would go without sleep the entire day just to get a video out. And I mentioned to you, I said, once you start getting in the habit of like letting those little things slide and not holding yourself accountable to it, it becomes that much harder to keep the momentum. And that's one of the reasons why I refuse to miss an upload. Every day, there's gotta be a new video posted. And barring some huge event or like something happens to a video last minute or like something unforeseen, I will have a video ready every single day. And that's a promise I could make to everyone. Because I know you miss one.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was going to get into.
Yeah.
That's where all went wrong.
Yeah.
Missed one video, and then the second time, it's like, not as bad.
It's not as bad because you give yourself that permission to be like, okay, nothing bad happened. I could do it again. And that's the danger. It's not so much in like taking it taking a week off or taking a day here. It's not the actual act of that. It's just mentally what excuse that gives you to then continue that forward.
But then again, to play devil's advocate, how happy are you right now with your life, with your work schedule? Do you think that you found a good balance? Would you like to work more if that meant making more money, or are you content?
I mean, I'm pretty good. If I could keep making what I'm making right now, I mean, that'd be great, But I feel like with YouTube, you either keep growing or you die.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not growing, your channel's slowly dying. So after seeing the kind of operation you guys have running here with what I saw during that upload, I really got to up my game.
He's one of the very few people that have actually experienced.
That's true. How many people have seen that?
No one.
Are you really the first? Well, no, maybe no, not Jeremy.
He was
Not
here
Kevin.
during a posting time of a
Those
bad
are
post.
really stressful times. Yeah.
All the holes in the wall, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, we noticed
Broken TVs everywhere. It's
Broken
bad.
TVs, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. No, we are very analytical with everything on YouTube. We brainstorm probably about an hour for title and thumbnail. Sometimes multiple hours. We'll just go into a title and a thumbnail. Like what you see is just come up as a little notification. There's like hours spent. Sometimes like a day has spent on that video, just on that title that you see, and then we analyze like how many views did that get in the first 3 minutes? How many views from the notification going out? Is that good? How does it compare to every other video we post in the last like few months? Then what's the retention? Are people dropping off after like 5 minutes? Where's the issue in that? Is it a discrepancy? Is the thumbnail just not getting people to click through? If we see after 15 minutes it didn't hit, change the title. We see after 30 minutes it's not doing so well, look into changing thumbnail or title. I mean, it's
I've honestly learned a lot.
Yeah.
Just watching that, I feel like leaving here, I'll be a new man.
good.
I don't want to say expect two uploads a
Expect
week.
2 uploads a week, everyone.
Every Monday and Thursday.
You can do it. You
At
can do
least
it.
consistently once a week. Back to
The crazy thing is this. Once you get in the habit of doing that, you're going to realize, like, how did I ever not do that? And the crazy thing for me, too, is for a while, this was for almost a year before you came on in March, right? I was doing many weeks of editing and filming and editing and posting myself 7 videos a week. Jack would do edit the phone calls, but some weeks there were no phone calls for that. And I would post a video a day myself, just me, filming the main channel 3 times a week, filming the second channel 4 times a week, editing all of it. I somehow managed to do it. And now now when Jack is doing the editing for the second channel, the quality went up on the second channel, but now I'm finding myself, I'm just as busy.
He's
But
finding
before,
like he's finding more and more work for me to do as well. Like
Yeah.
suddenly Grammy needs me to do like a little bit of this, and then like I'm like, okay, I'll do this, and then I get used to doing that. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. And then Graham's like, okay, then a little bit of this. And he's like, it's like you give him an inch, he takes a mile, right? Like all of a sudden,
But, yeah.
now every posting day, I'm commenting on the iced coffee hour on the main channel.
But we used to do that together to begin
But
with.
we
yeah.
didn't do it before it.
We were commenting on the same channel.
Right, but we weren't
Yeah.
before. And then we started doing that, and that was the new normal. But then
Right.
all of a sudden it booted me off, so we kind of had
to
we
do
were,
that.
Yeah,
were
we were
booted
both
off?
commenting on the same. So maybe
So,
we
okay, so we'll just spill the beans here. So we were both logged into my account, the Graham Stephan account, and we'd sit next to each other on computers, just answering away comments.
Firing 'em
and we
away.
would be remember we'd be like
So fast.
We'd be like refresh because
Yeah.
we didn't want to hit the same comments. So
We
we
wouldn't
would
wanna
take
double
turns
respond.
refreshing. So Jack was like refresh. Okay, perfect. I'll wait like 30 seconds, then I'll refresh. And we take turns
Graham Stephan
refreshing.
exposed.
it was
we take-
methodic.
Yeah, but we commented so much that YouTube banned us from commenting for like 24 hours. Happened twice.
It happened twice.
So
We got
after
banned.
that, we're like, okay, Jack, comment on the second channel.
We learned our lesson.
Yeah.
So now I'm a commenter on it was the iced coffee hour.
Yeah.
So the people will know when it's the ice, because I was a little confused because I've seen comments from one of the channels. I wasn't.
You know,
Iced
it's a
coffee's
toss
Jack.
up. It's a toss up.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
But then I also sometimes comment on the iced coffee hour. So it could be
Yeah.
both of us.
And I have commented on his channel a couple
Yeah.
of times as well.
So basically, we'll never know.
You never know which comment. But
We're the
most
same
of-
person at this
Yeah.
point.
Jack's, yeah.
So
But yeah, it's very methodical. But yeah, it's just crazy how you get used to something, and that's the normal. And then as I skilled back on editing, I'm just as busy, and now I can't imagine, like, how did I do all of that work in the past?
you're probably just spending more time on the things that mean more for the channel.
That's
It's
true.
like specialization,
Yeah.
you know?
That's true. I've been able to dedicate a lot more time to the main channel.
Do you think Meet Kevin is used to uploading 10 videos a day?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I respect
remember.
it. No, I respect
yeah.
what you guys do with all those uploads.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kevin used to post once a week. He would take the entire week to make a video, and he was like, just his whole schedule is so busy. Now that he's doing multiple a day, we had to talk about this. So, like, he had no idea how easy he had it doing one a week, when back then he was busy. So it goes to show you, whatever you start doing, you'll just get used to that within like a month.
100%. When when Meet Kevin was doing one video a week, we were at like the same amount of subscribers.
Yeah.
As soon as he started, he just skyrocketed.
Oh yeah, and I remember when he started doing one a day, and I was like, dude, Kevin, you might start getting burnt out from that. I
Yeah,
remember
I
I told
remember that.
Kevin you'd get burnt out, and I give him that. I was wrong.
Are you
because-
burnt out?
Some days I would say there's probably one day a week I have a bad day, and it's just I get frustrated because I feel like there's not a new path for me to do, and so I feel like I don't want to remake the same things. I want to make it different. I know people like certain topics, but I'm just not in the mood to do that, and I figure there needs to be a bit of an evolution of me as a person to continue expanding. And sometimes it's like, if you stay in the same spot, I get frustrated and feel like I'm just stagnated. Like, what's the next step? It's not clear. So one day a week that happens to me. But I'll just push through it.
Where does it end? Are you ever gonna like cool off a little bit, or
I'm sure at some
It's a
point.
personality. 100%.
Really?
It's personality.
I'm sure at some point, because I've
it's
always
going to be just as uncomfortable for you to detach yourself. Maybe in the beginning,
yeah.
but then you'll probably get used to that as well. And that'll be
Probably.
the new normal.
I've noticed though, like even when I was working as an agent, I would go through these phases of like 3 years where I'd work nonstop, and then I go through a year of just like taking a little bit like take a bit of a back step on it and just enjoy myself a little more, and then I get back into it. I don't know if that'll happen on YouTube because YouTube is so like algorithm based that like you continue building on that momentum. My thought is I want to keep it as long as I can, and then when I get to a point where I can't do it anymore because I just feel like I've had enough, that's the point where I'm going to start to scale back or just maybe take a different route. Maybe put more effort into the second channel podcast. Maybe start doing that we want to do like a Dr. Phil meets Judge Judy sort of thing where I could interrogate people for their finances. That I think is probably the next logical step.
You're
here.
already kind of doing that with the podcast.
Right. But I want to I want to build out
He
a
wants
whole
a gavel.
studio. Yeah.
Like he wants a full on.
I want to be like a high chair above everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm going to build this out in Las Vegas with a Tesla Roadster in the background. And guys, you're spending too much money. That's what I want to do. I have
like a full-on show type of thing.
I want to do, yeah. I really look up to like Joe Rogan, Dave Ramsey, Judge Judy, and Dr. Phil. I just want to blend all of those into my own show.
I mean, I feel like you'll easily, if you haven't already, surpassed Dave Ramsey in terms of relevance and whatnot.
Dave Ramsey,
all the kids growing up watching you right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to do it. Yeah.
Watching you.
That I feel like is the next logical step at some point is turning that into its own thing. And then I want to get into like the whole like investing. Like I love Shark Tank. I don't want to copy them, but I want to hear other like get pitched other ideas.
Barstool did a series like that. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
They did one where like they did their own Shark Tank with El Presidente there.
Really?
It was great. You should definitely do something like that.
Yeah. So that's all for the Vegas studio, but that's I think the next direction. Because I think realistically I can't just keep doing 3 like main channel videos every week forever. So there's got to be an evolution on that. I'm saving this.
What is
This
it?
is big.
I think is that camera still on? Or
Yeah, it is. It is. So this is big. I almost forgot about this. Officially starting up my own coffee company.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't tell you the name because we're registering it, making sure everything is good to go. This is the sample that was just sent to me of our coffee. We got a few samples in here that I'm going to be taste testing over the weekend, and then I'm going to be getting back to pick the right blend that we're going to be selling for the coffee. So this is it. It's all going to start here. Now, the first order, I think we're going to get like 2,500 units, and basically, I'm just going to sell these as a break even, just to get people's opinion. So I'm not making any money on this in the beginning. I mean, this is going to be, frankly, it's going to be at a loss just to get this coffee out to people. But by doing that, we're going to be able to get a good sample size of what people think of this coffee. But it is confirmed. It is happening. It's literally in baggies. This is how
It's a
we
little sus.
This is
Sure, that's coffee, man.
Who you buying, man?
this is cheaper to ship. So our whole thing is we want to ship out really the best quality coffee that you could get at the best price, even if that means like there's not going to be like fancy packaging or anything. I mean, really, it's about saving as much money as possible and getting you a really good product. So I don't want to reveal too much about this, but here's one sample we got. It's called, what's that called? Rasputa blend? I don't know.
Roberta blend.
Roberta blend. I don't know what that is. It smells really good. Then we got this one. We got an everyday blend. We're drinking a lot of coffee. And then we got a Brazilian. It smells so good. And then we got a Robusta. So there we go. This is the very start of the coffee brand. So I have no idea where this is going to go. I've never done anything like this before, but I partnered up with a really great person. His name is Noel. And he runs a company that does a lot of these sort of packages and marketing. And but of course, yeah, this is the start of the brand new coffee company. I think it's cool to be like it's just started here in the dining room. And unfortunately, I don't have any links where you guys can get this. It's just I'll make a video whenever it's ready. I think there's only going to be 2,000 units of these, and just it's going to be a test run. See how it goes. That's it. We're not making any money on this. Probably in the first year. I mean, this is going to be at a loss, but I've never done anything like this. So I'm kind of nervous. I'm excited about it. This is maybe a next step.
So what's the goal? Are you trying to be in like Walmart's, Targets?
No, we're just going to be doing this ourselves online. So I don't want to give too much information out because at this point, I just don't want the concept to be copied. But I'll tell you after this.
I mean, you might be hearing from Emma Chamberlain's lawyer.
No, it's going to be. Well, anyway, you'll see what it's going to be.
No, I'm excited. I'll
Yeah.
definitely buy some.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go to your flight. Yeah,
I don't know if
7:30,
there's
yeah.
anything else left
Okay.
that we need to.
Probably just outro.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you want to say? Any final words?
I mean, we went over pretty much everything.
Cool.
So
I would like to have you back at
Yeah,
some
we
point.
gotta have
I think
him back.
Yeah.
You gotta come for a weekend so we can go surfing.
Yeah.
I'm down. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm
Yeah.
mad that we didn't get to do it this time,
know.
but
You know what? I mean, honestly, anytime you want to come down, we'll coordinate for a weekend.
let's do it. I'm
All right,
down.
cool.
Wow.
Thanks so much for
Yeah,
coming on.
thank you.
It was amazing meeting you. You're doing truly incredibly as a 19-year-old.
Yeah,
as an
seriously,
any
I'm blown away.
year-old, honestly. Like,
As an any-year-old,
it's
as a
very,
human,
very impressive.
you're doing really good as a person.
yeah.
Wow, thank you. I mean, it's a huge honor. Thanks for having. Is that?
It's totally
That's
fine.
that one. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a huge honor being here. I mean, we're talking coming from commenting under your videos to
That's
being on
insane.
the podcast. Wow.
I think it. I think it would be cool if you made like just told that story. I think it's wild, man.
I mean, we just told it.
I know, but from your perspective, like
Again.
that, just to, but again, do it again.
Okay.
But seriously, like even you watching this, like commenting on the video, sometimes you never know where that's gonna lead, and that's how I got started. Like
I'm just trying to get the comments up.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Same here. Same
Yeah.
here. Right.
Oh yeah, Jack
It
too.
was an email.
Jack just sent me an email, and now he's here. So it just goes. Sometimes in life, you never know where something might lead. Even just something as what you might think is just a comment or an email or a DM, or getting 3 free stocks down below in the description for Weeble. Sometimes you never. Sometimes you never know where it might lead.
Wow.
Or starting up a coffee cup. Maybe this is a huge failure, or maybe it's the next $100 million coffee brand. I don't know. We'll overtake Starbucks with this. Who knows?
So thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you for coming on. He flew down from Sacramento just for the day. We literally had no time.
We had like 5 hours.
He
yeah.
arrived here and then we did the very stressful upload and then immediately came right up here to film this and we're leaving the second after we turn off these
know.
cameras.
Yeah.
When the iced coffee hour calls you, you got to pick up. I mean,
That's
come
it.
on.
Thank you so much for doing this, man.
Thanks-
Seriously,
thanks for
thank
having me
you.
on.
This is. I'm blown
incredible,
away
yeah.
at what you've done, and seriously,
Very deserving.
Y'all are not doing good
Congratulations.
things to my ego right now.
Yeah, no, congratulations.
Tone it down.
All right,
But thank you.
get the Lamborghini.
Thanks for coming
yeah.
on. Yeah, if you guys want Vlad Biaheza back on, comment down below because we would love to have him
Yeah.
back on.
Oh, you
hear
got to
more-
come back on.
Hear more about his backstory and everything. I mean, that's truly incredible. Go ahead and comment. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, I'll do the little thing I do in my videos. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Peace.
And then you got to
Peace.
do the little transition where the
What's this?
circle closes on it.
Oh.
and the peace sign in post. In
Right,
post.
right.
Post.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sub to him. Add him on Instagram.
I'm getting up too fast. All right, I don't want you guys to be late to the airport.
Ready to lay down a beat? Knock it out. Oh shoot! What episode is this, and how much money have we made?
I don't know. Jack.
Oh, I'm sorry, Graham. 26th ever episode of the Ice Coffee Hour.
26th, 14.
14,900. And make sure you say 26th ever episode.
Okay.
Cool.
Rolling? Yeah. All right.
Go.